Alright, hi guys, welcome back to PKFX YouTube trading channel. This is a very quick trade update on two trades that I took that I have recently closed just a while ago. So the first trade will be gold, and as you can see, it clearly hit the take profit zone that we set forth for a 1 to 2 risk to reward. The reason for me to close this particular trade is because it was coming close to the 4000 round psychological number. And also, if I were to zoom out in a 4-hour candlestick pattern, over here you can see that it's coming to this particular zone, this particular box, where usually it tends to act as a support if you're coming from above, right? In fact, it tried to break below this box, but it kind of failed a few times before. Even over here, it tried to break below, it failed. It tried to break below, wicked out, got failed, wicked out again, got failed, and it continued to push upwards. So clearly, this area, this zone over here for the round psychological number of 4000 plus minus, a little bit above and below, this area over here tend to act as a very strong support. And you can see the amount of wicks over here. And I started seeing similar patterns of wicks over here. The reason for the entry was this daily trend line that I drew previously, where I said that from the top over here, it has been acting as a resistance every time it comes close to this particular line item over here. So I expected similar to play out when I saw this happening again. Any sort of a pullback is where I wanted to enter, and that's exactly what I did. I entered based on that, and it kind of respected the trend and had a very strong massive push towards the downside. Now, to be fair, if I go to the 2-hour candlestick, as it broke below this zone, it did shifted the structure of the lower time frame right over here, right, just to go back and retest this particular box in order to confirm the rejection to continue its trend towards the downside. Now, is the rally towards the downside done? Probably not. I don't think so. I don't know. Maybe it can even have a good chance of pushing towards the downside furthermore. But the way I see it, and one of the main reason in why I closed this trade is because in about 1.5 hours time, the FOMC is going to happen, right? So there's going to be a lot of talks about interest rate, and there has been some expectation for a potential interest rate hike. Now, if interest rate were to hike, then probably this market may dump even further. I think that was the main reason in why gold was being driven down. But from my thought process, I think because it has already come close to this support area, right? The technicals are showing me that most probably they're not going to increase the interest rate. They're most probably going to maintain the interest rate as it is and push it further away, and probably think about cutting it somewhere around September, October. That may line up to what we have been talking about potential Bitcoin bottom to form as well. So it kind of tallies, the story kind of tallies, the narrative kind of tallies at that point of time. So I'm expecting some sort of potential rate to be maintained, the interest rate to be maintained the same, which will cause gold to pull back again, potentially to come back and retest this area, or who knows, might even break this trend line and continue to push upward. So I don't want to give back this beautiful 1 to 2 risk to reward that I've already made. Therefore, I do not want to continue to try to aim to catch a bigger number, 1 to 3 or something like that. I don't want to do that. I'm happy with the results. It's a good 1 to 2 risk to reward, a beautiful trade. So I decided, what, I'm taking profit here as per the plan. So yeah, gold, it was a beautiful win. And the other trade, New Zealand dollar, US dollar. So this one also, same reason, I closed due to the upcoming potential FOMC that can potentially reverse the trade. And to be fair, this trade did not do much yet. It kind of reversed at one point of time right over here when the lower time frames, the 30 minutes, 1 hour, 2 hour, everything shifted bullish back again. At this point of time, it did the same thing. If I go to the 4-hour candlestick, I can clearly see that all it did was to come back to the 4-hour EMA, retest and reject, come back to the 4-hour EMA, retest again and reject, and continue to rally towards the downside. Now, the expectation is, of course, for the market to continue making lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, and continue the trend towards the downside. But since I'm just like about an hour or two away from FOMC, this could easily push towards the upside, and a winning trade is probably now a losing trade. and I really don't know what's the results of the interest rate is going to be. So might as well I just close this trade as of now for a potential small profit and see what was the outcome of the FOMC, and let a day or two pass by and then see what to do with the next market. So yeah, I closed this particular trade as well with a very simple 0.66 risk to reward, which is not ideal, but I closed it in a small profits, so it's fine. And I've updated the journals accordingly as well, and it's looking good for now. So that's about it, guys. That's the quick update I wanted to say. NZD